Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Saeed Arfan Allah, Advocate Corporate Law and a Peshawar High Court and a visiting lecturer at Frontier Law College, Peshawar. In today's lecture, we are discussing the company winding up proceedings. So, as we have discussed that starting up a business with a company is not an easy task. Similarly, if you wind up a business or if you wind up the company or close the company, it is also not an easy task. There are special steps required to close a company or to wind up the businesses of the company, because it is not limited to a single person, but it is limited to a number of persons along with the businesses and the shares in the capital in the and the capitals in the market. That's why a special care and attention is required while winding up of the company. So the winding up or liquidation of a company is a process by which a company assets are collected and sold in order to pay the debts. Enemies remaining after the debts, expenses and costs have been paid off are distributed among the shareholders of the company. When the winding up has been completed, the company is formally dissolved and ceases to exist. So, broadly speaking, a company can be wound up in one of two ways. First, the court can compulsory wind up the company. Secondly, the shareholders or the creditors of the company can themselves apply to wind it up of the company in the proceeding known as a voluntary winding up. So the first one is the compulsory winding up, that is the winding up by the court order, and the voluntary winding up, it is by the shareholders and the members of the company who by their own wish seize the company or wish to close the business of the company. So let us first see the compulsory winding up. So there are certain grounds upon which a company can be wound up compulsory. A company inability to pay its debt is a common ground for the presenting and originating the summons of the compulsory winding up. A company is deemed to be unable to pay its debt if a creditor having claim against the company from more than $10,000. So in Pakistani rupees, it is around 10 lakh or 15 lakh rupees, has served a written demand requiring payment and the debt is not paid within 3 weeks. So he can go and sue in the court. Execution of the judgment obtained by the creditor against the company remains unsatisfied in part or in whole. So if some of the debt is being satisfied but some is not being satisfied, this is the second condition. It is proved to the court satisfaction that the company is unable to pay the debts, and if the court understands that it is not possible anymore for the company to pay the debt, so he pay the order. So the following parties can file originating summons to winding up that. So who can wind up, or by whose request a company can be wound up? So the company itself, if it wants to seize, the creditors of the company, the shareholders of the company, the liquidator, the judicial manager, various ministers in grounds specific under the law. Means that if a company is involved in some of the corruption or some ministers of the government checks that there are a number of problems in the company and it is not possible for it to run out. So he can go and apply to the court to wind up the company compulsory. So this is the procedure. You can see it from here in the notes over here. So next one is the voluntary winding up of the company. So voluntary winding up is effected by passing a special resolution by the members of the company. The winding up commences at the time of passing the resolution. So in compulsory the court orders, in voluntary the members of the company by passing a resolution. So two types of voluntary winding ups: member voluntary winds up, accreditor voluntary winds up. So these are the two. So if a member are wishing to voluntarily wind up, for this to happen, the company must be in the position to pay the debts in full within 12 months of the commencement of the winding up. So the debts that they have been taken from different creditors, they should pay within 12 months. The directors of the companies are required to file a declaration of solvency to the above effect. The liquidator will be appointed by the company. The creditor is voluntary wind up. So the person who pay the debts to the company. So when a company is unable to pay its debt and wishes to wind up, so it may be so by the way of a creditor voluntary winding up. In addition to the requirements of the members, the resolution to wind up of the company must also convene a meeting in its creditors to consider the proposal of the voluntary winding up. The company will appoint a liquidator subject to the reference the creditors may have to do the charge. So in both the cases, if you look at that the debts upon the company to be satisfied, and if not satisfied, then it depends on the types of the company by which depends on the types of the companies by which they can pay the debt. For example, if it is a limited company, so the shares and the assets of the company will be sold to satisfy the debts. But if it is an unlimited company, then the assets of the company are sold, and if the debts are not being satisfied, then the assets are the personal assets of the members or the owners of the company are sold to satisfy the debts. So this is that it depends on the types of the company. So the winding up of the process is not a simple job, but it is to be looked over the structure and the type of the company defined under the law. Thank you. I am Dr. Saeed Aflanullah, and a visiting lecturer here at Abbasi at Frontier Law College, Peshawar. So I think 3 more lectures are left to complete your course. So I hope that you will enjoy all this course. Thank you.